Hey guys, it's your best boxing friends. I'm Kelsey. This is Rachel. This is Real Talk with Kelsey and Rachel. Special edition. So actually, we had a YouTube commenter who asked, how come you guys are all whatever about Deontay Wilder, but not about Naoya Inoue? You know, he stole the weekend or something like that. I don't have the exact comment in front of me. But the answer is twofold, friend. First of all, he's not the heavyweight champion of the world, right? And he didn't obliterate somebody in like 2.5 minutes in a blood feud, right? Like, that's part of it was all the trash talk. The other large part of it is that Rachel hadn't seen the Inoue fight yet because she wasn't here this weekend.
Yeah.
So, special live edition. I don't know how this is going to work out. You might not ever actually see this. But I would like Rachel just to experience Naoya Inoue. You've seen him fight before, but not that many times, obviously, because he's a Japanese-based fighter. He's in the World Boxing Super Series. This is a semifinal against Emmanuel Rodriguez for one of the title belts at bantamweight. And just to keep in mind that this guy started at junior flyweight, skipped a weight class up to bantamweight, and like he's just wrecking people. It's truly amazing. Yeah. So you're gonna get Rachel's live reaction to watching Inoue do his thing. There's his wife. What's your impression of him when you see him? Like a normal dude?
I don't know. Both these guys, like, their heads are right at the top rope, so that's always
they're tiny.
Fun. That ring guard girl's a giant compared to them.
Yeah.
She looks like an Amazon. Like Wonder Woman in there.
We would show this to you, but they'll catch us for showing you the content.
Yeah.
So nah. That's Carl Frampton on the call. Do you hate Carl Frampton?
I think so.
Remember we had the video about whether you hated Carl Frampton or not?
Yeah. It was Carl Frampton?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she doesn't. We love Carl Frampton. Great fighter. We tend to like the Irish fighters, right?
Yeah.
Frampton and Andy Lee. Becky Lynch.
Yeah, so anyway, looks really confident. He looks a little bit shorter. He is getting tagged, like, straight on in the face.
Who does that remind you of? It reminds me of somebody. Like, he reminds me a little bit of somebody who was bigger than him and older from Kazakhstan.
Golovkin?
Yeah. How he just kind of comes forward and...
Yeah, to come forward and just get hit in the face like that is a bold move, especially in round 1 of a fight.
Yeah. Watching that live, I was a little concerned that he was getting hit so clean.
Yeah. I mean, even Golovkin would take the first round to decide if he could take, clean hits right to the face.
I wonder, Inoue's been so successful at just steamrolling guys. Is it, because it looks like what happens normally in a pressure fight the first round is guys are kind of just seeing what a person throws, how it feels, what they can do based on that. And does he feel like he can see it and roll with it a little bit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the answer. Or is it a technical deficiency? I don't know. It's the same question I have with Golovkin. Does he do that really on purpose?
Right. So it's a really good fight.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you see small fighters, I don't know, the fights just aren't as good. Like, I don't want to say the fights aren't as good, but for me, they're just not as entertaining or doesn't grab me. Something's like, I don't know. But this is like...
This reminds me of watching Nonino Donaire and his heyday, how exciting it was to watch him do his thing. And both of these guys kind of have that look, right? They both look really good. You can tell both of them at this time are undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, Inoue's getting tagged like a lot. Well, the punches are landing with some oomph.
Yeah.
Sometimes at this weight class, it's like, it's like, mosquito bites. Like, it's just like, it's not, and that takes away from some of my, like, being taken into the fight.
Yeah. So at the first round, I was like, wow, this might, this seems like it's, I even think you could argue that Rodriguez won the first round.
Yeah,
I don't know how the judges scored it. I know that the commentators didn't say that. They felt like the harder, cleaner punches came from Inoue. But I think it was a pretty close round, actually.
Yeah. Well, especially when you take into consideration that the judges are sitting on different sides of the ring and from a different place from the commentators. that all makes a difference in how you score a fight.
Lots of people I read had picks for this fight, picked it go to the distance. Smart people that kind of follow boxing betting lines and stuff like that. There's Nonito, because Nonito affects the winner of this fight. Did you know that? In the final.
I knew that, yeah.
Yeah.
So Nonito's had a series of events where he's ended up
in the final.
Where we're not quite sure if he should be in the final.
But he's gonna be.
Yeah. I don't know. For all we know, he gets in the final, and
yeah.
But it's the winner of this particular fight.
Yeah.
That he fights.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And then on the other side, no, because are you saying he's in the final?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the final. I do like how how he can get so close and still make a guy miss.
Yeah.
That's beautiful boxing.
So it is interesting, and there is a lot of comparisons you can make with Golovkin.
Yeah.
With the coming in, just getting tagged, and then he just like knocks you out. Oh, now he's to the body.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
This guy had never been knocked down. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness. I've never seen a fighter look off to his corner and be like, did he take his glove and do this?
That
ref let it go. Like, what is happening?
I think he was telling him not to stop it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying, no, I'm done
But
here.
he did. He's shaking his head. His nose all bleeding. I mean, he's still, yeah. And that's,
it's that power.
Yeah,
you know?
He's amazingly powerful. What strikes me is how powerful all his punches are. Because I get it when like a guy has like a left hand or like a right hook. But a guy who can throw a jab, all the punches that hard, that close to an opponent, that's something really, I think, special.
Yeah.
Especially considering he's jumped up. He jumped up 2 weight classes. And he's not, I mean, he hasn't been around. It's not like his body grew into that. Like, he just did that for the money and for the prestige, and now he's in this bantamweight World Boxing Super Series. How do you feel about Nonito's chances in that fight, Rachel?
Not good.
Yeah. I was like, Nonito, you should just withdraw. I mean, I love Nonito Donaire, but the problem is that Nonito's old now, and he doesn't have what he used to have. You know?
No, but here's the thing, like, this is where his life has led him.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Nonito is in the final of this fight, and he should fight, because you would never want to look back and think, like, maybe I did have it or whatever, like, for whatever reason. Or maybe it's that, you know, this is a great thing for Inoue to get to fight Nonito Donaire in the final of the World Boxing, you know, Super Series. Is a huge, like, Nonito has a name.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of like in wrestling when, like, the older guys come in and they put a new guy over. Like, that's their job.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's the Big Show's job. John Cena just did, like, a whole season of that, like, a year ago, where he just put guys over. Like, maybe that's what Nonito's going to do here. Like, maybe that's his job.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you the fact that Nonito being in this final is going to get more eyes on it than had he not been.
I am excited. Nonito Donaire, as old as he is, he still fights at a very, very high level. He still has a tremendous left hook. And I'm excited to see what happens if and when he can land that on Inoue.
He's lucky,
Because Inoue was getting caught clean by Rodriguez. And if our guy... Nonito Donaire can land clean, then I want to see what happens. Can you take that punch? Because that's a different thing. And you saw a similar way with Golovkin. When Canelo was landing punches on Golovkin, it was not the same as Vanes Martirosyan.
Right, he didn't fight it.
He did not want to stand there and throw punches. So, I don't know. I'm excited about the fight. I'm glad you got to see this fight. It was an important fight for the World Boxing Super Series. Do you have any thoughts just in general on the World Boxing Super Series itself?
I was thinking when you were like pulling up and while you were introducing this video, us getting started, there's something about the World Boxing Super Series. I don't know if it's their branding or their marketing, but I feel like they don't do enough to push that this is like its own thing out. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like, somehow I miss like when fights are part of it and when they're not, and I feel like the marketing isn't out there that really pushes this.
Yeah, it's also because the promoters behind it are not like Top Rank or Golden Boy or any of these guys. It's a German-based promotional company. I'm not going to say the name because I'll butcher it. But what I'm saying is that the promotional machinery that we're accustomed to here in the United States, at least, does not exist for these fights. And I will say that the setup they have there is outstanding, where the guys come out onto the podium things, you know, and they have the lights. It reminds me of what the PBC tried to do when they hired, who's the big Hans Zimmer for like the soundtrack. And they have a cool soundtrack for us. So it's like they achieved what PBC wanted to achieve with that. And I think it's a really awesome thing. It's the second season. That's why we have this big star, Alexander Usyk, now, right? He won season 1 as the cruiserweights. I
do like the idea of taking the Super Series and taking it to divisions where, because this wouldn't work like in the heavyweight division right now.
Because it could work, but it wouldn't work because nobody would enter their
best because why would you, why would Fury, Wilder, Joshua, why would they enter and take that risk? I kind of like the idea of taking it to divisions where you don't have a lot going on.
Bantamweight, cruiserweight,
you create
super middleweight,
like these stars.
Yeah,
you know?
They're already doing another cruiserweight one, and I think it's great because, of course, Alexander Usyk moved up to heavyweight now officially, and so let's figure it out again. Let's see who the best cruiserweight in the world is now.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about the future of the World Boxing Super Series. I'm glad that it's on DAZN. That's awesome. DAZN has really great content so far, and you know we're just happy to be here to hang out and talk to you, our best boxing friends, about boxing.
And we're excited when you guys like, comment, and subscribe. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. We appreciate it. We love you, and thanks for watching.